Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is Sunday School Sunday. This is lesson 5, and I want to thank everybody who's followed me on this platform. It means a lot to me because I've been on this thing with a gangster lean for a while, but I'm starting to see the results, and I just pray that God gets the glory. And everything that I do, no matter what it is, I pray that everything I do, God shows through it. With that being said, we're going to read lesson 5, and it is Haggai calls for the faithful servant. As y'all know, last week we read about Ezra in the book of Ezra, talking about the rebuilding of the temple. Now in Ezra, it was finished. Okay, the temple was finished in that time. But right now, this is talking about before it was finished, and when Haggai was prophesying to them, y'all, come on, y'all got to do what y'all supposed to do. Y'all are playing. God's telling me, I'm telling you what he's saying. So here we go. So Haggai 1 and 1. Matter of fact, we're going to see where this is located. Probably located in the same place that it was Jerusalem last time. Let's see. Am I right? Oh, yes, I am. And it was about the time of 520 BC. Okay, we're going to go back here, and we're in... I'm sorry. We're gonna the text is in Haggai 1 through 11. Haggai is like a small chapter book. Related scriptures: Leviticus 26 14 through 45, Deuteronomy 28 15 through 51, and Romans 8 28 through 39. Let me read the golden text for y'all. They say, "Then came the word of the Lord by Haggai the prophet, saying, It is time for you, O ye, to dwell in your sealed houses, and this house lie waste." Yeah, that's a golden text, because Jesus asking you a question. Just like, how people say, "I don't want to ask me on Judgment Day." That's kind of how I felt when he was talking to the people. Like, y'all want to live in y'all nice houses, but mine over here looking like the clown house. And I feel like, y'all ever seen like me and your wives and stuff, or your mama talking to you, and it's like she smiling a little bit like you done lost your mind? That's kind of how I feel like God was looking at them or talking to them, like, y'all like, you do that look. Y'all crazy. So y'all ain't gonna build mine, but y'all gonna do y'all's. Oh, okay. So we're going to read Haggai 1 and 1. It says, "In the 2nd year of Darius the king, in the 6th month, in the 1st day of the month, came the word of the Lord by Haggai, the prophet, unto Zerubbabel, the son of Shealtiel," I'm probably reading it wrong, "governor of Judah, and to Joshua, the son of Josedek, the highest priest, saying." Now, I read in Ezra, the house was finished in the 6th year of Darius the king. Now we're talking about the 2nd year of Darius the king. So it took some time, as you can see. Okay. "Thus speaketh the Lord of hosts, saying, The people say, the time is not come, the time that the Lord's house should be built." Okay. So they miscalculated the time because they did not believe 60 years had been up from when Jeremiah spoke of this. So Jeremiah is in this too. That's the other prophet, you guys. They basically forgot about the house of God, but was ready to fix up their own houses. With that being said, with no foundation. They were eager at first, but slowly but surely they started not to care about rebuilding, because this is talked about multiple times. It took a long time for them to build what they were supposed to build. They are now being punished, though, and I think this is what got their attention. God likes to get your attention in a way. So with that being said, it says in 3, "Then came the word of the Lord by Haggai the prophet, saying, It is time for you, O ye, to dwell in your sealed houses, and this house lie waste." So basically he's like, oh, so it's okay for my house to look a mess, but yours to look beautiful? Okay, so now therefore saith the Lord of hosts, consider your ways. Think about it. Your ways have gotten you nowhere. Let's consider your ways. Okay, let me highlight that. Your ways. Anytime God tell you that, be afraid. Because we know our ways are horrible. Okay. So it said, "Ye have so much, but bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe, but there is no warm. And he that earneth wages to put it in their bag with holes." Ooh. "Thus saith the Lord of hosts, consider your ways. Go up to the mountain and bring wood and build the house, and I will take pleasure in it, and I will be glorified, saith the Lord." I put right there, God Go do what I told you to do in the first place. Do what I told you to do. That's how I took that. Ye looked for much, and lo, and it came to little. And when you brought it home, I did blow upon it. Why, saith the Lord of hosts? Because of mine house that is waste, and ye run every man into his own house. Therefore, the heaven over you is stayed from dew, and the earth is stayed from fruit. And I call for a drought upon the land, and upon the mountains, and upon the corn, and upon the new wine, and upon the oil, and upon that which the ground breaketh forth, and upon man, upon cattle, and upon all labor of the hand. So he definitely blew on them. I hope it didn't go to the other cities, but right here where they at, or the other states, or I don't know. Shoot, I just hope they ain't took nobody else, because they really messed up around here. And God was not playing with them. It's just like tithe. We talked about that last week. It's just like tithe. You cannot not give and say you are a child of God. I didn't say give money. Look what they're doing. They're building a temple. But like I'm saying, they're giving a tithe. They're making a sacrifice, and they're doing obedience. Obedience and a sacrifice. That's what tithe is. If you don't have it, okay. That's up to you and God. I can't make you do nothing. But I'm telling you what is happening to these people with God when they're playing. Thank God for Jesus, for us, who stands in the gap and say, God, don't do it. Please, just give them a second. I know they're going to get their mind right. I know them. But, oh, Lord, we could not live back in the Old Testament. My goodness, we'll be in trouble. Okay, so the principle is to show that God's leading and his timings are correct and appropriate, and that there are consequences to our failure to obey. Obedience is better than a sacrifice. So we have to pay attention to what he's telling us to do. Okay? You cannot. And here's the other thing. Prophets don't always bring good news. Okay. Prophets don't always bring good news. And I don't mean they're telling you gonna die. I don't feel that now. But I feel like they do have times when they're rebuking us. But if you read on with Haggai, he also tells them the vision of their success and what happens when they obey. So it ain't always all bad. It's just like, God wants to bless you, but you have to listen to what he tell you to do. That's just like a parent. Y'all can't go ahead and do what y'all want to do. You just can't. That's wrong. Doesn't make sense. Nada. Por favor. I mean, really. Anyway, so we're going to start reading the questions, okay? So, question 1. It said, at what point in Judah's history did Haggai minister? Okay. So, it was not until the coming forth of the prophets, Haggai and Zechariah, some 16 years later, that the work began once again and the temple was completed. Still, though. That's a goddamn shame. So, okay. Question 2. The temple was left in incomplete condition. Why did the people of Judah say this was okay? We already know, because they really sat there and tried to act like, oh, it ain't time yet. They were claiming at the time was not yet right for doing so. Y'all gonna tell God time. Okay. What did Haggai say they were viewing as their first priority instead of rebuilding the temple? Y'all already know what that is. While they claimed that the time was not right for working on the temple, they were at the same time building themselves a lavish home. It ain't time. Come on. Nah, that temple ain't got to be done yet. Hey, y'all get some gold floors, please, for my house. Let me get that good cedar wood. All right, so number 4. What phrase did Haggai use several times in challenging the people to rethink priorities? Consider your ways. That has to be it. I'm sorry, guys. I missed it. Yep. All right. It says, through Haggai, the Lord repeatedly admonished the people of Judah, consider your ways. I knew it. Consider your ways. Silly rabbit, tricks are for kids. Consider your ways. You're talking about human ways. I'm laughing because it's silly. And we do it still, even myself. God forgive me. Okay, number 5. What circumstances showed that God was not blessing them? They sowed plenty of seed to have good crops, but they were not getting those crops. They were able, can y'all see that? They were able to eat regularly, but it was never sufficient. They were able to drink regularly, but there was not enough to satisfy them. They had clothing, but it was not enough to totally provide the covering they needed in order to be warm and comfortable. The money they earned never seemed to be enough and to meet all their needs, and certainly not enough to provide anything extra. God wasn't playing. It's the same one they've been getting probably too. Well, what's going on, Lord? So we're gonna go on to number 6. How did God compare their lack to a money bag? The Lord compared the situation to put money in a bag with holes in it and allowed the money to fall through and disappear. Where did my money go? I get the same check every week, and I'm able to pay my bills and have something left over. Now I'm paying my bills. I'm not eating out. I'm not doing anything, but yet my money is gone. And I have not paid all of my bills. What happened? I don't know. What did God specifically tell them to do about their situation? That is question 7. And it says the instructions were simple and concise. They were to go up to the mountains, bring wood from there down into the city, and use it for rebuilding the temple. Yeah, go do what I told you to do, so I can lift this curse up off of you. Y'all, please, come on. Don't do this. It said, how did God explain the chastising they were getting from him? Okay. That's question 8. Oh, there we go. And it said, he answered by stating clearly that the reason he was actively moving against them was the ruined condition of his house. He was mad. And not only was he mad, it wasn't even like, it was the fact that y'all are doing y'all house real pretty. And y'all act like mines don't matter. Ooh. Y'all act like mines don't matter, huh? Y'all act like the place that you need to go to worship me, your God. You call me your God, right? And yet it doesn't matter to get it completed. Okay. What did God specifically tell? Oh, no, I'm sorry. What emphatic contrast explained their wrongdoing? That is 9. There is an emphatic contrast between the house of the Lord that lay in ruins and the busyness of the people in caring for their houses. They basically just felt like their life was just so much more important than stopping and thinking about God. We do that every day. When I hear people say, I don't have time for this, I don't have time to read my Bible, I don't have time to pray. How is that possible? I think I put something on my TikTok about praying, and you realizing that prayer doesn't necessarily mean you have to, when you're, living your life and you have to work. We all have to work. If you don't work, you don't eat. But if you can't get down on your knees at work, put your face in the ground. Pray while looking at your screen. Pray while talking to your manager who probably getting on your nerves anyway. We do it all the time. When you want to do right, you do it. When you want something, you prioritize it. We always use it for relationship wise. When you want to be with somebody, you make time. Okay, when you want God, you make time for him. He made time for you. Y'all think he got a lot to do? I mean, he's the creator of the world, the creator of all things. What do you think he has to do? But yet he makes time for you to wake you up every day, to wake your children up every day, to make sure we're eating every day. It may not be the McDonald's. It may not be the Ruth Chris. It may not be the Morton's. But you're able to eat poke and beans and weenies. You're able to eat them chicken legs you got in the freezer. Yeah, he makes time for that. So why can't we make time for him? Okay. And number 10, what specific things had God done to get their attention? Well, the heavens were not sending dew upon the land. The earth was not producing fruit. And a divinely caused drought was affecting many things important to the people. Yeah, there it is. It's just as simple as that. It was so simple what he asked them to do, and yet they didn't. That's really all it is to it. Simply, I asked y'all, go up to the mountains, get that wood. Bring it down to the city and use it for rebuilding my temple. I bet it was some good wood, too. And they ain't do it. Now, they doing all types of stuff to their house, though. That thing nice. Yeah, y'all go get some wood. Y'all couldn't do that. I bet y'all went on and got that wood for y'all house. But I don't know. But that's all for today, you guys. I hope y'all have a blessed day. Stay in your word. Please stay in your word. And I love you guys. Keep praying, okay? Bye-bye.